Hey, what's up? This is Flex Alexander.
And it's Imani.
And welcome to the Daddy Daughter Dance Podcast, the podcast where fathers and daughters talk about all kind of things. My lovely 22-year-old daughter here, yes, she's doing some things. I'm proud of her, your music and everything, and I'm proud of her. Even got herself an agent. Look at that. Ooh, yes,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what's going on with you?
Okay, I guess I have some things that I wanted to say or ask. I guess I would say, are there any like are there any pressures being a dad that is like in the public eye?
Are there any pressures? I mean,
Or is it like different? Like, like the fact that people have opinions and they have stuff to say and
I mean, social media, obviously, you can, everyone has a phone or a computer has an opinion. But, I mean, being a dad in the entertainment business, I mean, I don't see it any different. This is just what I do. And of course, balancing, raising you guys and trying to keep these wolves off of my daughter. It's a whole nother job. As we had a little situation happen where somebody rolled up on her and was, hitting on her. And it was somebody that was, older than me. And I was like, yeah, you're going to have to check yourself. All right. So, yeah, there aren't any pressures. I don't think there's any pressures. I'm not saying kid from the Bronx, you know what I mean? I just have, this is what I do. And I just have children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was just saying because I know that, I guess something I've really been thinking recently, what is like, I know obviously everyone is, entitled to have an opinion and everything because, like, it's their right.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I live by, like, if I know, someone or, like, if I have something that's not nice to say, I'm not going to say it at all,
Right.
like, or I'm not going to give a compliment and then start a compliment, but then the other half is backhanded or it's disrespect. Like, I really feel like, you could have just left it to yourself, and I do see some, comments sometimes when I post certain like videos and stuff. So I guess that would be like my next question. Like, how do you guys feel when sometimes people, like if I post a video or something with us or like you and people like, of course there's like people who are positive, and then there's people who just say stuff just because they can, but it's just like unnecessary.
Well, I mean, the interesting thing, I mean, and this is something you're asking me. This is something I definitely wanted to bring up to you. With this the advent of social media, and this is you guys' thing. Your generation. It's you guys have pressures and I think unwarranted pressures. And like for me, I don't know, because I was able to build my career before social media, those opinions and stuff don't really sway me or, make me feel like.
I hear her in the back.
Huh?
Sorry, I heard her in the back.
Oh, you heard your mom?
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, keep going.
We're doing, this is live, baby. I don't let it sway me either way, because I built my career before social media. I was out handing out flyers and we didn't have, I couldn't just post and say, hey, I'm gonna be here. You had to literally go to the city, go place to place and do interviews and all that stuff. So for me, listen, doing the Michael Jackson movie, we'll just get it out the way. I get comments all the time. I mean, just
people come on my page.
Yeah,
too.
it is endless. But I don't get upset. It's just listen. I look back at it. I'm like, it was bad. it was bad for the time. I thought it was good, but it was bad. But that was out of my control. It was a job. I worked and was able to take care of you guys. So the thing that social media and people get to comment on your life or my life or our life, we don't know what they do, or even if they work, we can't comment on their job. I can't come and say, oh man, you driving the bus terribly, or you're a horrible nurse, like what made you give them stitches, and we can't do that. They have the opportunity to do that and then run back behind it and play that kind of cat and mouse game. And I know I've seen sometimes when you post stuff, people say stuff, but you didn't get to meet her, but my nana, your great grandmother, she always said, just let them talk. As long as they're talking, you're doing something right.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, for me, I really don't care what people say, like, honestly, because I know that those people, like, the people who are negative, they don't know me.
Yeah.
So, and it's probably like 15-year-olds or
Mm-hmm.
adults behind a screen that have like no profile picture. Like, it's always those accounts,
Of
like,
course.
or the accounts that have like a cat as a profile picture and you can't even see who it is.
But what
But
about with your friends, like your generation of friends, like your group of friends? How does it affect all of you guys? Because I know you have a lot of your friends. Majority of them they just have the bug to be entertainers, and whether they're posting their stuff or whatever, like what is that? Do you guys talk about that amongst yourselves?
I think I could say my friends, we are really confident and we don't care what those people say. I feel like I know that I would say we use it as like fuel
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, something can literally be like content or like a clapback.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could take a negative comment and make it into something else. Like I've seen people on TikTok, people who've talked about people's sizes and then being plus size and then turning it around and like dropping a whole mixtape. Like you
Mm-hmm.
could really
Yeah.
make that, turn that back around and then be like, okay, like, like I'm
Turn it
still that
right.
girl or that guy or that person or whoever. Like, so I think my friends, shout out to y'all because I already know we are all very confident and we know like the light at the end of the tunnel and we continue to just do what we want and post what we want because it's just us.
Now, I mean, we don't want to take credit for it, but do you think that may come from some of the parents raising you just to be who you are and not care?
I mean, yeah, honestly, I think definitely when I look at all the parents of my friends, I could definitely see that all of you guys definitely have like raised all of us to not care what people say and to keep doing positive things and just to keep going and like it doesn't really matter. Like I mean, I don't even mind. Like I'll sometimes like like ignore. There's times that I've commented back, but I've had more people jump on my side than the person who
Right.
commented. So it really just depends on how I feel. But truly, it doesn't bother me.
And in this day and age too, like you do have um, a lot of kids that it affects. There are kids who have committed suicide, um, from bullying and from those pressures of social media, and that's why we were so reluctant to allow you and your brother. I mean, when you first got your first phones, like the iPhone 5C or something, and you were able to get Instagram and all that. We really were just was worried, and it was during the time when I think we were doing the show on, and so you guys were getting used to posting and all that stuff, and there were times that I know that stuff was said, comments on your page or your brother's page, and those things you worry about as a parent because again, you've had so many kids. I've read so many stories about children who have as young as 10, taking their lives because of what people are saying on the computer. And I don't think people really take that into consideration. And you just got some mean spirited people out there that, and I just always believe that hurt people. And you have people that say stuff to drive someone. You even have, there was a black female professor. This was an adult woman, prominent professor. I believe she was a professor at a university and was getting bullied by a coworker. And this woman, this is a couple of weeks ago, this woman took her life because of that. So, you should be responsible. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. But I'm glad that you guys know who you are, and you don't let it stress you. Those pressures.
Yeah,
Get to you.
yeah, definitely. Because honestly, I think that, like you said, like people either hurt themselves and they just 9 times out of 10, I just feel like when somebody hates, they're projecting their own insecurities because what did that person ever do to you to make you say that? So it's like you have to be speaking from your own hurt place, especially if someone never did anything to you or if someone's not causing anyone any harm. Why feel the need to comment? Like I just have never understood that. Like that was a waste of a comment because of what is that doing for anybody? So honestly, I think that I know it's easier said than done, but honestly, like try not to let, certain people's comments or even in real life, like mean people affect you, because once I realized and I have the mindset that it's really probably more them than it is me, especially when they don't know me, then it's been working.
It just rolls off your back.
Yeah, honestly. So yeah.
So now you obviously you have got the bug and you have music and all that stuff coming out and acting, all those things. Are you prepared, as it grows, for more of that onslaught, more of that, negative stuff that happens as you grow? Because it's just the nature of where we are now as a society. Are you prepared for that?
Yeah, honestly, I think I am, because I literally said this last night when I was talking to two of my other musical friends. And I basically said that, yes, like, okay, we have this work that we do and we love it. And as long as we love it and the people that are important to us, love it, that's all that matters. And I do know that my goal is to touch people and like make people feel good through my music. But if there are people that don't like it, everyone's not gonna like your music, and I completely understand that. It's fine. Everyone's not gonna like a TV show you've been on, or everyone's not gonna like an outfit that you wore. But I feel like, honestly, I know when that grows, there will be definitely more comments and more people and more things to say. And honestly, I think I'm pretty prepared. I feel like I've always been that kind of person, even in real life. Like when people would say stuff and I'm like, okay, like literally, like it doesn't affect me because I just know like it shows more of what they are. I mean, who they are than me. So, I mean, if there are negative comments or people have stuff to say, then hey, it is what it is. I know what's important to me, and that's all that matters, truly, honestly.
And now, do you think that obviously it's so prominent now that doing what you do, that because of the business has changed, are you looking to, like, you put music out? Obviously, everyone puts music out because you want people to buy it, to download it, and all that stuff. But do you look to say, hey, I just wanted to, I wanted to take off and sell millions of copies, or is it, hey, I want to put this out because this feels good to my soul, and whatever happens, happens?
I think, honestly, I would say like I definitely have a lot of like goals that I would see when it comes to like music and career and stuff that I would love to achieve. But I feel like right now, as you're starting out, I think the best thing to do is just continue to put out your work and just keep going at it, because I know something or someone's watching. There's so many people on Instagram and that are watching, or on TikTok. So I just feel like I've seen people like put out music and then they have that one song that goes viral, and then all of a sudden like it's like, oh, who is this?
Like Money Long. I remember seeing that on TikTok just continuously, people doing, and I was like, who is, I was saying Mooney Long at first. I was like, who is this? And just that tool alone helped propel that song, and because she's extremely talented. Her and SZA and Victoria Monet, your generation, people like, and they're winning Grammys and writing amazing songs. And I think now with this whole switch of what Universal UMG did, pulling the music off of TikTok, I think it even opens up more for you guys because now
Yeah.
I'm predicting and I see TikTok starting some kind of label and dealing directly with the talent.
Yeah, because the amount of independent artists I've seen like in the past 2-3 days pop up on my TikTok, like
Mm-hmm.
that have said like, okay, well, since there's no more, mainstream music, like, hi, my name is, and they're playing their song, and I'm like, this person's actually really like
Mm-hmm.
good, and then I go on their page and I see that, I'm like, whoa, like they actually have some good music, so I really feel like it will help more independent artists or people who are trying to make a career in music
Mm-hmm.
be shown, more, and I think it honestly will be a positive thing, and
Mm-hmm.
even Instagram too.
Yeah.
I feel like that platform creates like, it has like a really big reach. It's kind of scary.
Yes.
I will say people on Instagram Reels are the ones that are more mean than TikTok sometimes, because even when you go on TikTok, if you've ever seen someone in the comments say post this on IG Reels, it's because they know that Instagram Reels people are more like negative. If you
Wow.
guys ever see that and it says post this on IG Reels, it's because they know that if people are going to, so
That's
it's
crazy.
so like really really messed up.
That's
But
crazy.
yeah,
And it's such a great tool to to promote yourself. And if they were smart, they would do TikTok films, TikTok music. Instagram would do the same thing. But it's almost like they try to keep this like everyone in this box, and even playing music on there. I remember DJing on there, and I was able to DJ for a while, and then all of a sudden they cut the music. It's like, listen, people are remembering these songs because we're playing them, and people are going back and buying these songs again because we're playing them during the pandemic. And I didn't understand that. And they're like, oh, I didn't understand the whole. Okay, you can't play it anymore. They cut you off because of the artist. When I figured that okay, the artist isn't getting paid from that, but they're getting noticed or reintroduced, which is gonna generate funds for them, which is also going to generate concert, lives. Because as soon as everything opened back up, those artists have been working. You
yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't understand that TikTok and Instagram and all those things are really a way to push, like, obviously any like content, but
Mm-hmm.
everyone loves music. And once, like, people see that song, then, I've seen people create more content ideas with that song because people are now watching, like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
who, like, and I just feel like it's a really good time for artists and anyone who wants to like start. I would definitely recommend using TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, and just keep going at it, because I think it honestly was also really inspiring to see Victoria at the Grammys, and I saw a tweet that was like screenshotted, like that they put next to her winning her like Grammy, and it was like she tweeted in like 2013, but she said something like, "I'm staying inside, dreaming of that Grammy one day," and then they put
Mm.
her side by side,
Wow.
and she has been writing for Ariana Grande, all these people for so long, and has put out her own music since like 2010.
Wow.
And if you know her, you knew her, and
Yeah.
then now y'all know her. So
Now
it's
it's her
it's
turn.
now it's like she finally won those 3 Grammys, and
Yeah.
it was really inspiring to see that, like, just because it didn't happen in 2010 when she was putting out music
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that it's not going to happen.
That's right. You
So
hear that? Oh,
she ate that.
you hear? Oh, she ate that. Like that's the slang, the kids' vernacular. That I don't get. But you hear that artist like keep going, keep dreaming, keep well whatever you do, be consistent. You have so many people that want the prize but don't want to go through what it takes to get to the prize, and you just got to be consistent in whatever you do. Just be consistent. If you're posting your music, keep posting it. Keep going. Keep writing. Keep dreaming. Keep envisioning. I mean, you have to. You have to because I think the downfall of it all would be uh, when artists just stop believing and don't post anymore, or all of these regulations start to come via a lot of the companies. You gotta let artists be artists. You have to. You gotta let artists be artists. Because I'm excited to see what happens for you. I'm excited to see what happens for your brother. I'm excited to see what happens for your friends, because you guys are a generation that I think is sparking something. You guys and the next generation under are just going to spark something new, and it inspires people at my age, what I mean, to be like, hey man, like I may not know how to use this thing that well, but you tell me what to do and I can do it. You know what I'm saying? So just artists keep going. I just wanted to say that to all the artists. That's it.
Yes,
That's it.
definitely. Definitely feel that now more than any like other time, honestly. Like this just feels like really good, and I'm excited for everybody. Honestly, even if I don't personally know you, just keep going, because I know that it's going to happen. And even with myself, I've seen a lot of change for me. So it's just giving.
And you've
just
been
keep doing
consistent.
it.
I remember.
I
remember you had 1,000 followers and you were happy. And look now, you had like 30,000 or something like that.
Something like
Something
that,
like
honestly.
that on your IG. I don't know what your TikTok is, but just seeing the consistency and the consistency of who you are, because people love the truth, and if you are that way all the time, they'll rock with you, and that's what's dope. That's keep doing that. You ate that.
Oh my gosh.
You ate that. I'm so lost with this stuff these kids are talking about. Well, look, thanks for hanging out with us today on the Daddy Daughter Dance Podcast. We will see you soon again. My name is Flex Alexander.
And it's Imani.
And we'll see you soon. Subscribe to our YouTube page. It's right underneath. You'll see it right underneath. Subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Peace.